Most of us expect the state to provide protection from harms, and one way of doing that, probably the most severe way of doing that, is through the criminal law. So there's a little bit of criminal law in our project, but mainly we're looking at ideas of preventive justice that go beyond the criminal law, measures that are taken against people outside of the criminal law. Things starting with stop and frisk on the street, for example, by the police, looking at pre-trial detention of people who are waiting for their trials, looking at all these kind of orders that are imposed on sex offenders and others to curtail their liberty and require them to report and that sort of thing. And we're asking about them questions concerning justifications. So are these necessary in society? Are these preventive measures necessary? Do they work? Are they effective? And also, even if all those requirements are fulfilled, what safeguards have got to be provided for the individual in order to ensure that the constitutional rights of the individual are protected. It was really great to have the Robina Institute put on the workshop this weekend. We were very flattered to be invited here. Both Lucia Zedner and myself presented papers, but what was really valuable to us was that other people had put the work in to draft papers which raised questions about issues which are vital to this project. Issues about whether the presumption of innocence is relevant when preventive measures are taken against people. Issues concerning whether preventive detention is justified, and if so, in what cases. One of the good things about the workshop was the fact that a number of practitioners were involved. It wasn't just academics and scholars. There were people here who had experience of defending, prosecuting, supporting people, and their perspectives were particularly important, and they did participate and did so valuably. The workshop also broadened our thinking in various ways, and particularly I think we come away with the importance of making it clear that we support preventive measures. We recognise that preventive measures are necessary to give this protection of the public from harm, but we should also place more emphasis on the need to avoid heavy-end measures if softer, more social measures can do the job. So we need to look at what's being effective for prevention at the first stage and make it clear that we're not always reaching for the most strong measure, but we're looking for the most effective measure. If the effective measure is a strong measure, then we're interested, and we need to ensure that rights are protected in any such measure. But it may be that you could achieve the same ends by a much more soft measure, and that we recognise that point, but I think it's been brought home to us much more strongly this weekend.